Imagine getting paid thousands of dollars every single week, living in different cities across America, having your housing paid for, exploring beaches one month, mountains the next, and building one of the highest paying nursing careers available today. But here's the question. Can someone with little or no experience become a travel nurse? And how much money do travel nurses actually keep after taxes? Today, I'm going to answer everything from the exact steps to become a travel nurse to real weekly salary examples. And later in this video, I'll reveal the best travel nurse agencies for beginners in the United States. Let's get started. Welcome back. If your dream is to earn more money while exploring the United States as a registered nurse, you're in the right place. This video is designed specifically for beginners. Whether you're still in nursing school, preparing for the NCLEX, or you've recently become a registered nurse, this guide will help you understand exactly how travel nursing works and what you should do first. Let's begin with one of the biggest misconceptions. Many people think travel nurses are constantly on vacation. That's simply not true. Travel nurses are licensed registered nurses who take temporary contracts at hospitals and healthcare facilities experiencing staff shortages. Instead of working permanently at one hospital, you typically work 8 to 13-week assignments. Once the assignment ends, you can renew your contract, move to another city, or even take a break before accepting your next assignment. That's why many nurses love this career. It combines flexibility, higher income, and the opportunity to experience new places throughout the United States. Now let's answer the question everyone asks. Can you become a travel nurse with absolutely no experience? Technically, no. Most hospitals want travel nurses who can begin caring for patients with minimal orientation. That usually means employers prefer candidates with 1 to 2 years of recent bedside experience in the specialty they'll be working in. However, if you're just starting your nursing career, don't be discouraged. You can absolutely work toward becoming a travel nurse. Think of it this way. Your first staff nursing job is your training ground. During that time, you'll build clinical confidence, strengthen your skills, and become comfortable handling patients independently. Once you have solid experience in your specialty, you'll be in a much stronger position to qualify for travel assignments. So while you may not start as a travel nurse on day one, you can absolutely prepare for that path from the beginning of your career. Here's the roadmap. Step 1. Graduate from an accredited nursing program. Step 2. Pass the NCLEX RN exam. Step 3. Obtain your registered nurse license. Step 4. Work as a staff nurse in your chosen specialty. Emergency room, ICU, labor and delivery, medical surgical, operating room, telemetry, or another in-demand specialty. During this time, focus on building strong clinical skills. Volunteer for challenging cases. Learn hospital technology. Earn certifications if they're relevant to your specialty. After gaining enough experience, you'll be ready to apply with travel nurse staffing agencies. That's when your travel nursing journey truly begins. Another important question is, which nursing specialties are most in demand? While demand changes over time, hospitals frequently seek experienced nurses in specialties such as emergency room, intensive care unit, operating room, labor and delivery, medical surgical, telemetry, progressive care, pediatric intensive care, neonatal intensive care, and post-anesthesia care. If you're still deciding where to begin your nursing career, choosing a specialty with strong travel demand may open more opportunities later. Remember, travel nursing agencies are looking for professionals who can adapt quickly and provide safe patient care in different healthcare settings. Before applying for your first assignment, you'll need to gather several important documents. These commonly include your registered nurse license, government-issued identification, professional resume, clinical references, basic life support certification, advanced cardiac life support certification if required for your specialty, vaccination records, background check, drug screening, and any additional specialty certifications requested by the hospital. Keeping these documents organized can speed up the hiring process and help you accept assignments more quickly. Now comes the question everyone wants answered. How much do travel nurses actually earn each week? And after taxes, how much money ends up in their bank account? The answer isn't as simple as looking at a single hourly wage. Travel nurse pay often includes several components, such as taxable wages, housing stipends, meals and incidentals, and other reimbursements. Understanding how these pieces fit together is the key to comparing job offers accurately. In the next part of this guide, we'll break down realistic weekly pay packages, explain how taxes affect take-home income, and show examples so you can better understand what a travel nursing paycheck may look like. Now let's answer the biggest question aspiring travel nurses ask. How much money will I actually take home every week? Many people see job listings advertising $2,500, $3,000, or even $4,000 per week and assume that entire amount lands in their bank account. But that's not how travel nurse compensation works. To understand your real earnings, you first need to understand what's inside a travel nurse pay package. A travel nurse's weekly compensation often includes multiple parts. First is your taxable hourly wage. This is the portion of your income that's generally subject to payroll and income taxes. Next is the housing stipend, if you qualify under applicable tax rules. Instead of providing company housing, many agencies offer a housing allowance so you can arrange your own accommodations. Then comes the meals and incidental stipend, designed to help cover everyday expenses while you're on assignment. Finally, some contracts include sign-on bonuses, completion bonuses, overtime, or holiday pay. When you add these pieces together, you get the total advertised weekly package. That's why it's important to compare the entire package, not just the hourly rate. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine a travel nurse accepts a contract offering a total weekly package of $2,800. One possible breakdown could be taxable wages, approximately $450 per week. Housing stipend, around $900. Meals and incidentals, about $450. Combined, that's $2,800 per week. However, the amount deposited into your bank account depends on several factors, including taxes and how the compensation is structured. Always review your contract carefully and consult a qualified tax professional if you have questions about your individual situation. Let's look at some simplified examples. A nurse with a $2,000 weekly package might take home roughly $1,500 to $750, depending on taxes and compensation structure. A $2,500 package could result in approximately $1,850 to $2,200 in take-home pay. With a $3,000 package, estimated take-home earnings may fall between $2,200 and $2,650. And for a $3,500 package, take-home pay could range from roughly $2,600 to $3,100. These are only examples to help you understand how pay packages work. Your actual earnings will vary based on your tax situation, contract terms, overtime, and other factors. Another factor that can influence your take-home pay is where you work. Some states have no state income tax, while others do. The cost of living also varies dramatically from one location to another. A contract with a higher weekly package in an expensive city may not leave you with more savings than a lower paying contract in an area with lower housing and living costs. Instead of chasing the biggest advertised paycheck, compare housing costs, transportation, food expenses, local taxes, assignment length, overtime opportunities. Sometimes the best financial decision isn't the highest paying contract, it's the one that leaves you with the most money after your expenses. Want to maximize your travel nursing income? Here are a few strategies many experienced travel nurses consider. Choose high-demand specialties such as IQ, emergency department, or operating room. Maintain strong clinical skills and specialty certifications. Be flexible about assignment locations. Accept contracts during periods of higher demand. Work approved overtime when it aligns with your schedule and well-being. Build a good reputation with recruiters and healthcare facilities. And always compare multiple job offers before accepting a contract. Small differences in pay, stipends, or benefits can add up significantly over the course of a year. At this point, you've learned how travel nurse salaries are structured and what can affect your take-home pay. But there's one more important decision. Which travel nursing agency should you trust? Not all agencies offer the same pay packages, benefits, recruiter support, or assignment opportunities. Choosing the right agency, especially for your first contract, can make a huge difference in your experience. You've learned how to become a travel nurse, and you've seen how travel nurse pay packages work. Now comes one of the most important decisions you'll make: choosing the right travel nurse agency. The agency you choose affects much more than your paycheck. It can influence where you work, how quickly you get hired, the quality of your housing, your benefits, and even how smoothly your first assignment goes. Let's look at some well-known travel nurse staffing agencies that many nurses consider when starting their travel nursing journey. Here are several well-known travel nurse staffing agencies that are frequently considered by nurses across the United States. Number 1. Aya Healthcare, one of the largest travel nursing agencies in the country. Known for large selection of assignments, user-friendly mobile app, nationwide hospital network, extensive job opportunities. Number 2. Medical Solutions, a popular choice for nurses looking for supportive recruiters and flexible contract options. Many nurses appreciate their personalized approach throughout the assignment process. Number 3. Host Healthcare, often recognized for responsive recruiters and a straightforward onboarding experience. Many first-time travelers explore opportunities through Host Healthcare because of its guidance during the hiring process. Number 4. FlexCare Medical Staffing, well known for transparent communication and competitive travel nursing opportunities. Number 5. Travel Nurse Across America offers assignments throughout the U.S. and provides onboarding resources that many new travelers find helpful. Number 6. American Mobile Healthcare, a long-established staffing agency with opportunities in a variety of specialties and healthcare facilities. Never choose an agency based only on the highest advertised weekly pay. Instead, compare total compensation package, health insurance options, housing assistance, retirement benefits, recruiter responsiveness, hospital reputation, contract cancellation policies, extension opportunities, licensing assistance, reimbursement programs. A great recruiter can save you hours of stress and help resolve problems quickly if issues arise during your assignment. Now let's talk about the biggest mistakes new travel nurses should avoid. Mistake number 1. Accepting the first contract without comparing offers. Always compare multiple agencies before making a decision. Mistake number 2. Focusing only on weekly pay. Look at the entire compensation package, not just the headline number. Mistake number 3. Not reading the contract carefully. Review cancellation clauses, floating policies, overtime rules, scheduling expectations, and reimbursement details before signing. Mistake number 4. Ignoring housing costs. A higher paying assignment may not be the better financial choice if living expenses are significantly higher. Mistake number 5. Waiting until the last minute to renew licenses or certifications. Keep everything current to avoid delays in accepting assignments. Mistake number 6. Poor communication with your recruiter. Stay in regular contact and ask questions whenever something isn't clear. Mistake number 7. Arriving unprepared. Research the hospital, unit, charting system, and local area before your first day. Mistake number 8. Overspending during assignments. Many travel nurses increase their savings by following a budget and avoiding unnecessary expenses while traveling. Mistake number 9. Skipping an emergency fund. Unexpected contract changes or travel expenses can happen, so having savings provides peace of mind. Mistake number 10. Neglecting self-care. Travel nursing can be exciting, but it can also be demanding. Prioritize sleep, healthy eating, exercise, and time to recharge so you can provide safe patient care and avoid burnout. Let's bring everything together. If your goal is to become a successful travel nurse, start by earning your nursing degree. Pass the NCLEX. Build strong clinical experience in a specialty that's in demand. Maintain your certifications. Work with reputable staffing agencies. Compare contracts carefully. Continue learning throughout your career. And remember, travel nursing isn't just about earning more money. It's about developing new skills, experiencing different healthcare systems, meeting new people, and growing both professionally and personally. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content on nursing careers, travel nursing, salaries, certifications, and healthcare jobs across the United States. Leave a comment below. Which state would you love to work in as a travel nurse and why? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, keep learning, and take the next step towards your travel nursing career.